Alright, so it's a big news week for Elite Dangerous. Um, Here on Thursday, a whole bunch of different things happened. Um, I wasn't aware they were about to happen, so it's kind of a surprise to me. But GALNET returned. GALNET is like the Galactic News Network, and it was used as a way to kind of guide players towards community events or narrative events or just interesting things going on in the universe and things they can interact with. And on top of that, just kind of add another layer to it that there is things going on and here's a storyline, you know? Well, that had been dormant ever since I started playing, and I expected it to return for probably the update Odyssey next year. So imagine my surprise when I logged into the game yesterday and boom, Galnet is up and it's saying that there was terrorist attacks on 4 different starports in Imperial space. Stations are on fire, they're heavily damaged, they're calling for help for people to come rescue people from the stations, etc. Like, dang, what is this? This is really cool. So I outfit my ship with some passenger compartments and heat sinks, and I decided I'm going to go get involved. This is cool. It's been pretty awesome. I get over here. There's the starport is that I'm helping out as McKinsey Terminal, or excuse me, McKinsey Relay, I believe. There's a rescue ship about 5,000 miles from it. You jump in, fly into the burning space station, land real quick, try not to catch on fire, pick up as many people as you can, and get out of there, and then take it to the rescue ship. You get rewards, of course. You can choose your money, influence, reputation, etc. It's just kind of fun to be like involved in something that's a bit of a part of a storyline. And not only that, but to see so many other players. I'm not used to seeing so many commanders in one area. And when I get to see 5 or 6 or more jumping back and forth between the station and the rescue ship, it's pretty awesome. I think things like this are going to really help the game's community. With Odyssey coming up in the beginning of 2021 and 2021 being just a few months away, it makes sense that they're going to start ramping up not just PR for Odyssey, but I guess making the game more interesting in general. You want to retain the audience you have, you want to bring back players who maybe got bored before, and bring in new people who didn't know that there was this kind of cool stuff going on with Elite Dangerous. Apparently they've written a 2-year long storyline that is going to obviously have multiple arcs and twists and all these different things going on, which is pretty neat, but will also tie into the Odyssey expansion. Like, there will be more for us to get out of Odyssey because of the storyline. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing where this initial story goes. Apparently there's a faction within the Empire that is opposed to hereditary rule and wants to have elected representatives, but they're going about it with terrorism and violence, so that's not good. And apparently players are going to have a lot more of an influence over galactic powers and corporate powers and events and things, so that's going to be neat. Community goals are coming back, which is basically where they say, hey, we need you to do this. Gather this many supplies and take it to these certain places for this reason. Apparently it's going to be, in this first one, starting next week, is going to be have to do with the upgrading of a bunch of outposts into actual starports, which are much bigger, prominent space stations. So that's going to be pretty awesome to be involved in that. I hope, because I've never seen community goals on console, but they haven't said it's just PC, so I'm assuming it's the entirety of the game. And yeah, just be able to participate in these different things, have more involvement from other players, kind of consolidating people a little bit, because space is big, and I might be off over here exploring and data tagging planets and stuff while somebody's over here hunting pirates, etc. But then an event like this happens, and everybody's like, oh, well, I'm going to go grab my other ship, or I'm going to go re-outfit my ship, and I'm going to go get involved. So it's really cool. I think Elite Dangerous has a pretty bright future. I've said it many times that if you haven't gotten into this game yet, you should consider doing it now. Because here we go. They're ramping it up. There's more to do in the game, more features, more involvement from the players and community, and more of a narrative storyline running in the background. And all this leading up to Odyssey next year, which, if you don't know about Odyssey, there's lots of community members who have done videos about it. I've done videos about it, but Odyssey is going to be a pretty big deal expansion. We're going to get basically an entirely new graphics upgrade to planets, which will expand to the base game without Odyssey as well. But right now, you can land on certain planets, and you can get out on certain planets in a rover and explore and do different activities. Well, in Odyssey, is going to allow the ability to get out on foot and explore and do combat and other activities as well. That's going to be pretty darn awesome. And on top of that, right now we can only land on planets that are non-atmospheric. Well, they're going to open it up so that we can actually explore planets that have light atmospheres. And those light atmospheres are going to cause, like for instance, instead of just being a dark sky with stars, there will be an actual, for instance, maybe a red sky or an orange hued sky or an actual blue sky that you will fly around on this planet on and enjoy that atmospheric look. And like I said, completely new graphics rendering for planets. It looks gorgeous so far. And then the ability to get out in starports or space stations and things like that will be cool. We haven't seen that footage yet, but that's apparently coming soon. So yeah, there's a lot going on with Elite Dangerous. Has a bright future ahead, and right now would be a fun time to jump in, get involved, learn it up, because it has a fairly steep learning curve. Like if you do try Elite and you haven't played it before, this is not No Man's Sky. This is not Minecraft in space. This is it's very much a simulator in a lot of ways, very realistic when it comes to there's a process to launching a ship, piloting it, navigating across the star system or navigating across the galaxy, things like that, and then how you do your different activities. There's a fairly steep learning curve, but once you start to figure it out, you really start to enjoy it. There's a lot to get out of this game. Exploration, trading, cargo hauling, passenger hauling, combat, piracy. You can do pretty much, it's open-ended, so whatever you want. Exploration is my favorite thing, but I also like doing a little bit of combat here and there. Or now I'm involved in rescuing people from a burning space station. So, anyways, that's just kind of what's been going on. I thought it was pretty exciting. Wanted to give my piece about it, and of course, as always, just plug the game. Come play Elite Dangerous with us. It's pretty awesome. I play on Xbox. I would like to see that audience grow and have more people interact with on there. But whatever platform you play on, whether it's PlayStation or PC or Xbox, just get into it. It's good for the game. So, anyways, that's it.